Good morning and welcome to day number 204 of the video diary. 204? Anyway, it doesn't matter if it's not. Today is the first day back to the college after half term. Yay. So everyone slept really well last night. Actually, I got to bed about 1, but I'm used to about 4. That's actually quite good for me. Actually, I've had more sleep last night, 6 hours, than I have the entire holiday. Because I'm a pro. Basically what's going to happen now is he's going to the college. We have one free period, in which case I'm going to basically sit there and play Minecraft because I've got no other work to do. I've got the old server on my single player now, so I can just play with that map because I started to make something quite interesting on that map and I didn't want to lose it, so I asked Chris, who runs the server, to get it for me. Then we've got maths, we've got some stats, we've got to hand in 3 stats papers, we've got C4, in which case I've got to grovel to the teacher, like, have you got my maths book? Because if you don't, then I've lost it, and that's awkward. And then I've got computing. And I'm also, if you watched yesterday, trying to introduce you to people, like full time now, over 200 videos, that easily qualifies me to be able to introduce you to people. Alright, how's it going? I'm not going to talk to you, I don't know why I started the camera actually. I'm like struggling along with 2 computing folders, my laptop and everything, and I've got big plans to tell you about. Not necessarily that directly affect me, but plans nonetheless. Well, they do. I'll be organising it, but yeah, I'll tell you. Alright then, so I, me specifically, have been trying to think, well, okay, I was suggested that we needed to think of ways to raise money and fundraise for the school, because we're having a summer prom, and basically we could need some funding for it and stuff like that. So we all were told to think of ideas and whatever, and I had an idea, right, and that was to send something to space. I know what you're thinking, because everyone else has thought this when I've suggested it to them. It's technically not that hard, and it's not that expensive to do. All we really need is a camera that we can send up, like a GoPro, and the helium and the GPS tracker. That is literally all we need to do it. And we send something to space, we then get sponsors and do this, and send it up, and it'll be brilliant. And I'm literally planning it now. I've planned how to get it up. We need to ring air traffic control to find out when the wind's best and which direction it's going in, and to ask for permission that we can send it off. We need to get the cars ready, so people who are ready, who want to go and get it. It could be 80 miles away. That's when last time someone did this, it went 80 miles away. We needed, the only problems that people have aroused to me at the moment is getting it back, because England's smaller than Canada, whereas this has been done before, and if it goes in the sea then we're screwed. Unless we have like some kind of flotation device on it so it stays dry. The camera will still work, even if it's wet, it's just retrieving it, that's the only problem. And also the parachute, because we need the parachute to activate in such a way that it doesn't just drop to the earth and just shatter. It kind of drops a long way and then opens the parachute and then drops and falls really slowly to protect it. And we want the parachute to open late, so that it isn't affected by like wind speed direction or anything, so that it doesn't go too far out, because if it goes up, it will go up, then it's affected by wind, that's the only downside. And then if it comes down, you open the parachute near the Gulf Stream, you're screwed, it's in Russia before you even know it. So that's kind of what we've got to avoid. There's a couple of problems I've got to do, and it's been alerted to me that for fundraising reasons it might not be that brilliant because of the profit involved. It wouldn't be substantial enough to do it. There's no point in doing it when you could do something easier and with less drawbacks. Like, what if it lands on a road? Well, it won't land heavily, but if a car runs over it, then we're screwed. There's lots of things, there's lots of ifs. If it lands on private property, we need to assume that they would give it us back. If it lands in the sea, or water, we need to know it will work. Theoretically, you want it to go into the fields, and then we can drive to it, race there, and then it's all planned, but I'm trying to think of it all at the same time. I'm going to write them an email now. Anyone who might be able to help or be interested, I'm sending them an email while rendering yesterday, because I need to render it and upload it relatively early. Hiccup. But it's a brilliant plan. It is brilliant, even if I do say so myself. Alright then, so everything is relatively planned. It is because I've emailed the people who need to know if we're allowed to do it, the people who would give us permission. And basically what it'll entail is, at its core, would be releasing a great big massive weather balloon filled with helium or hydrogen, depending what's cheapest and what's safest. Hydrogen is a little bit explosive, so we might not use hydrogen, but it would get higher if we used hydrogen. We would then attempt to get GPS trackers. We would need GPS trackers and a camera so that we can film the ascent and the descent and all of that jazz. That'd be good fun. So that's the plan, and then obviously when it lands we will all like spread off in our own different ways and try and find it. We'll like another race to where it lands. That'd be brilliant. That'd be brilliant good fun. Basically it's just a party, to be honest with you, and I've kind of like, we wanted to do it a while ago and then we've tried to like spin it so that we can make money out of it for fundraising. So we'd have like a raffle to see who can guess how far it would go and how high it will go. We'll know exactly how high it will go before we even let go of it, because of air pressure and all that jazz. Hermes. We would then make a video. We was going to do like a Top Gear-esque race thing to go and get it and the making of it and all of that stuff, which would be awesome. I mean, we've decided that we'll like split off into teams, in which case I'll be the driver of one of the teams, and it'll be me and Daniel specifically, but if we spread it out to the whole school, then hopefully Lovely and LaShawn, or maybe not, well, okay, maybe not Lovely and LaShawn, but then we'll have a camera in the car, and I'll be able to daily vlog while I do it anyway, and I'll be helping film and create the whole video from scratch, and then theoretically post it onto YouTube, or create DVDs with it, get a mother ton of views, and then hopefully get money from the AdSense, theoretically, as that would then help us fund more and more and more and more and more. That's the plans. That is the plans. The only technical difficulties are how far out it would go. Hopefully it doesn't go in the sea, because then everything's lost. Hopefully it doesn't land where we can't get it. Hopefully it doesn't get destroyed by a car or something. Hopefully it doesn't land on a motorway. That'd be a bit horrific. But theoretically we can make it land nice and softly in a way if we get a big enough parachute, which we will be able to design, hopefully. That's the other downside, is the parachute. We don't want the parachute to... because otherwise we just put the parachute inside the balloon, and then as soon as the balloon pops, parachute flings out, boom, it's gone down. Hunky-dory. Except we want the parachute to open halfway down, or as close to the ground as is humanly possible, because then it won't go, because if it goes down, then it hits the Gulf Stream, it's screwed, because it's just gone. That's out of there, that is. So yeah, that's the plan, I reckon. That's what I'm planning. I've emailed people everything there is to know about the plan. So hopefully they'll get back to me and allow us to do it. Even if we can't do it for fundraising for the thing, maybe we can just do it otherwise. I could do with a GoPro, except I just want it back. If I buy the GoPro, I'll happily let them use it as long as I can get it back. You know what I mean? I don't really want to go about buying a GoPro and then just letting it just coast off in the Gulf Stream off somewhere for someone else to use. So the game plan for the rest of the day is literally do some editing of the main channel videos, doing the iWow. I'm going to do some editing of that and then assume that no one's going to walk in the door as I'm talking to you. Editing of the iWow on here, and then I've got my computing coursework back and all of the marks that I have to change and things that I need to edit and stuff and words and things and stuff. All of that I need to change, so I'm going to, and I've got a physics test tomorrow, which I've now been told about. I wasn't told about it because I wasn't there, and now I've been told I've got a physics test tomorrow. So I'm going to get my physics book, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to edit and revise simultaneously like a boss. Like a boss. Also, I'm attempting to figure out how to get the comments on my blog emailed to me. That's also a thing. I think I need a feed burner, Google feed burner thing. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully, because it's annoying how it doesn't email. I'd like to be emailed when if someone ever leaves a comment on anything. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure that out. I'm not sure it's possible. I'm just looking into the logistics of a feeder burner. I love that word, logistics. It's a word I've been using a lot recently. I don't know why. Itchy. Good golly, a lot has passed. So let's start in chronological order then, shall I? Since the last time I spoke to you, I was talking about what was I talking about? Ah yes, it was that long ago. I was talking about my blog, and basically, that fits as well, that goes in chronological order. Good stuff. Basically, I spent an extortionate amount of time trying to figure out my blog. I've become obsessed with trying to fix my Tumblr into something that it can't be, I think. I've been trying to lay it out so it looks more like Lovely's blog. She's really inspired me, her blog has, like to an extent where it's not good how much it's inspired me, because I spent so long just trying to get the layout right so people can leave comments, and then trying to like set up a discuss account, which didn't work, so I just deleted it. And I've been literally just toying with the layout, been toying with trying to get comments, been toying with trying to get them to email me every time I get a comment, all of that stuff, and I can't do it. My Tumblr, I cannot do it on my Tumblr, and it's hit me why. It's because Tumblr isn't a blogging site, is it? It's a social network where you just share things and you can write blogs. It's weird. It's such a weird thing, Tumblr, because you can't leave comments on things. You can't. All you can do is reblog and just add another thought or like. That's literally it. It's so strange, Tumblr is. It's like a baby blog. That's what it is. It's like a baby blog. Like the crossover between Twitter and an actual blog. Because you can literally share everything you want. Anything you want to share, you can share on Tumblr. But it's not a blog. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of, I was reading articles on it and stuff, and people are saying Tumblr, it's a really good blog, but it's like high school. You don't stay there forever. You have to move up to another blog if you like it. And that's kind of what I've been looking at, different blogging websites to maybe set up my own blog, and I'm not sure entirely how much it will get used, but I aim to use it more because Lovely's blog has inspired me to such an extent where I'm planning on, well, I was thinking about having another blog which is like a direct copy of what she did, and then something in my brain tweaks as soon as I start to do something that someone else has already done. I'm like, hold on, this looks like I'm copying. And I'm not sure if it is, because I'd still have my Twitter, Tumblr and blah blah, Google+, which doesn't get used. I still have all of those, and I just have Tumblr as kind of like a crossover between them. So I post regularly to Tumblr, and then post bigger things like full-on blogs to the actual blog if I were to get one. So I don't know, I've looked into it. I'm looking into a blog. I might talk it through with Lovely. So, I don't know, just something within me just wants, that's the one thing holding me back, is the fact that Lovely's already got one, and Lovely's blog is absolutely amazing and I love it. It's the bestest thing on the internet, it is. So then, after a while of doing that, and I've got horrifically bad at procrastinating recently, I'm just messing about with blogs and stuff, and I do my work. It just takes me so long to do my work, it's nearly midnight, and I did what I aimed to do today, but it could have been done earlier, and then I could have spent more time doing other things. And I think I want a desk. I think I've decided I want a desk in my room. So I've been trying to figure out how to move things around in my room so I can have a desk. Then I can work upstairs, and it'll be a lot better, because then I can actually do work. Because whenever I sit here, right, whenever I sit here, and I might get angry here, but I'm going to try not to. Whenever I sit there working, where I normally do, because that's my desk. That's my desk, because my other desk was upstairs and then it got moved because the room got taken for something else. And Mother just sits there, right? And then she goes, and then she just goes, you better not be tapping. I'm like, well, I'm going to be tapping, I'm doing coursework. Not tonight, you're not. So I just stormed out. She does that all the time, all of the time. She's just like, oh, wait, what are you tapping for? I'm doing coursework. Well, stop tapping, because I can't hear you, can't hear the TV over, you're tapping, and you're tapping so annoying. And I had a little teenage angsty moment where I just stormed out like, yeah, screw my A-levels, who actually cares about A-levels, blah. And I went upstairs and played electric guitar. I hate electric guitar as well, that's how bad it was, that's how teenager and angsty I was. I was playing an instrument I don't even like. Acoustic guitar, electric guitar. I don't seem to be able to make an electric guitar sound nice. Just don't have that ability, I'm afraid. So after I'd raged and went upstairs and ripped apart my room's now a tip because I've been just pulling amps out and just whacking my headphones into them and stuff. Because I've been doing that. What? Where was I going? I've been planning on like where I can have my desk. I'm thinking I can move my chest of drawers, because half the things in my chest of drawers I don't really need. I can put like my jeans and stuff in the bottom of my wardrobe, and then use the drawers in the bottom of my wardrobe for like socks and stuff. So I'm thinking that, and then I've got a space there, but then where do I put my TV? And then I've just got too much stuff for my room, it just makes no sense. My piano takes up too much room, and really I want my little study back. I had my little study, it was a music study, I had my music, it was my music room, my playroom, I had my TV and Xbox and stuff in there, and it was a study, it had a desk in and everything like that. It was amazing, that room was. I loved it. If I had it now, I would use it to film in, because the lighting would be amazing. But no. Can't have it, so... Anyway, rant over. I then proceeded to edit the interesting word of the week, and then I noticed something. I noticed something with the interesting word of the week that I hadn't thought of until now.
You see this little gap right here? That one there, yeah, you see that?
You know what's supposed to go in that gap? The intro. Guess what my intro is? On my destroyed hard drive. It means I've got to rewrite the intro. Yes, I could technically download the intro, a video. YouTube allows me to download my own videos off YouTube. I could technically download one and then just crop out the rest of the video and just keep the intro. But that's boring. So I'm thinking I'm going to re-record, recompose my introduction. I'm not going to change the jingle. The jingle's going to be exactly the same. I just want to add more to it. I've had my ukulele down and I've been composing, trying to attempt to get it so I can have the piano, a guitar, a ukulele and the flute to do the interesting word of the week jingle. What's this week's word of the week? That thing. The only problem is that the jingle on its own doesn't really suit chords to my ability anyway. I might talk to that Adam at school to see what he can come up with for me. He might be able to sort something out. He's clever, he is. He's doing A-level music. He's doing the course that I wish I did instead of chemistry. Damn him. So I'll get him to look at it and I'll get myself to look at it. Elsewise, I've been editing a little bit. I started 45 minutes ago and I've been talking to you for the past 15 minutes. So I've only had like half an hour editing spree on it. Tomorrow I'll come back to it. I'm going to do computing coursework and stuff tomorrow if I'm allowed to type downstairs because you tap it all the time. You know what I mean? It's shocking. That's literally it then. What have we been doing today? We've been planning the send a weather balloon up to space thing, which I haven't had any feedback on just yet. So we'll have to find out about that tomorrow, I believe. I've also been thinking about ways to rearrange my room. That's not gone particularly well because I've got too much stuff in there. I've also had minor disagreements with my mother. I've been trying to fix my Tumblr to be as blog-like as it can be, but I've also contemplated attempting to just make my own blog anyway. If it doesn't look like I'm copying Lovely in any way, shape or form. Basically because she's inspired me to do so, and Tumblr isn't a blog. It's not what I want from Tumblr. Tumblr can't supply what I originally went to Tumblr to get, and I want to use Tumblr for other reasons now. So there's that. I can use Tumblr to link to the main blog and stuff like that. The main blog, Jesus Christ. And then I've been editing the interesting word of the week and trying to compose the theme music. What's going on tomorrow? Damn it, I don't know. Computing, physics. Oh god, that physics test which I completely forgotten about. That'll be fine. It's fine. It's bloody physics. It's easy. Physics, the hardest science. What are you talking about? It's so easy. And then we have some further maths. We're going to some D2. Hopefully we'll get a lesson on game theory, because we've never had a single lesson on game theory. Me and Joe haven't had a single lesson on game theory because we've either been at universities on visits, or ill, or Miss has been ill. So everyone else has had this one lesson that seems to be enough to teach some entire chapter, and we're just like, Mish. And there's only 6 of us in the class as well, so a third of the class has never done game theory, which is a fifth of the entire course, which is good. So hopefully we'll get to go through that. We've been trying to teach ourselves. I don't think it works though. We've looked on stuff like YouTube. People do, what's it called? The Khan Academy, I think it is. That do like not tutorials, but like teach you things like game theory. They did a series on that. So I watched a bit of that, but it still doesn't make sense. I have to talk to Miss about it. Hopefully she can help us through with it. It's just, the problem is obviously that they've got to find time for us just because we were away, and it's theoretically our fault. Sorry. And then we have mechanics. What we're going to do in the evening though, I don't know. Dad's on nights, so he can't protect me from Mum stopping me typing. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is probably, I've got to get in, work, edit, compose, work, edit and compose when Mother's in, and I'm not allowed to type, and I've got nowhere else to go to type, and think about doing a blog. I don't know. That's all for today's video, I believe. I will see you tomorrow. hopefully tomorrow is less stressful and I actually get something achieved instead of just planning things. Hopefully we'll get feedback on the space mission. I'll catch you later.